Nobody else has figured this out yet, but I've seen a couple of different in these interviews with different people that know a truck driver who's working for FEMA. I've seen a couple of different like radio talk show hosts that are interviewing or reading a letter from their friend who is a FEMA truck driver transporting stuff for FEMA. And, you know, right now it's kind of scary. These guys are transporting stuff like stun grenades, crates, pallets of bullets, and sometimes even these casket liners, obviously not casket liners, just cheap bulk mass grave coffins, big enough to hold a family. But I'm doing another video about that. But I'm doing a bunch of videos right now. I'm kind of in the middle of finding new stuff and adding. I just need to put some stuff out, and then this is to start that right here. I just happened across this, and then the question was asking was like, everybody's in the trucking industry is asking, there's a bunch of Russian and Polish truck drivers that are kind of usually more around the Canada or on the northern border of our country, and like a third of these people, like a third of the truck, 30% of truck drivers is what these people make up, and they've kind of disappeared. Like everybody's like, where did these Polish and Russian truck drivers go? Where are these Eastern Bloc people? Where the fuck are they? And like their trucks and everything, like poof, very quickly, just over not a matter of months but days, like just not around anymore. It's kind of spooky because we were training at a disaster training last year with 15,000 Russian troops in Colorado. That's a fact. I mean, they're not still here, but they came over and they trained with us. But what if these people were reintegrated as truck drivers? I don't know. I'm making a jump there. I'm making a leap, and I'm making an assumption. I'm telling you that to be straightforward with you. However, I found this clip right here, and this lady's a pretty credible source. You have to call him for a few places online. Blogger. She knows some credible people. I don't know her personally, but I know enough of her work, and I've seen enough places where I would tell you that I don't think she's blowing smoke out her ass. Frankly, it doesn't seem like it at all. But she hasn't maybe seen, because she didn't talk about it. She didn't see the fact that these truck drivers gone missing. Here, watch this right here, and I'm going to show you the clip of the interview with the truck driver, and then I'm going to show you after that. You see the clip of the lady telling you where we found these Russian truck drivers. All right, so here it is, and like I said, just watch it, because you'll see the question you asked where to go in the first clip, and you'll see in the second one the answer. Camp FEMA, everybody. It's real. Going to Camp FEMA, going to summer camp. And I'm not coming because I'm going to have a shootout whenever they come to get me, or hopefully we'll go get them first. We'll stand up, and stop this before we get started. So either way, have a good day. And watch these clips. Thanks for watching my channel. Subscribe, and more stuff to come. Very careful with conspiracy stuff when I put it out, because you have to be careful, because really easy people discredit you. It's really easy for facts to be ignored, and that's the way it is. So you have to be very careful with how you put this information out there. That's how it goes. All right. That's what I got to answer this phone call.
You said all the truck drivers are talking about it, and I mentioned this. You did mention this to me a couple of weeks ago when we talked before about Russian and Polish truck drivers in Canada that have disappeared in the United States. 30% of them. 30% of the Russians and Polish, in particular, truck drivers, that their trucks and the drivers have disappeared. So what that means, I don't know. Are they going somewhere? Are they missing? 30% of the Russian and Polish truck drivers are just vanished. And everybody's aware of it. So, for the people that are the truckers, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Uniforms on, but they were not uniforms of what they've seen of Homeland Security uniforms. They had eagles on the side of them, but what's craziest about it is that they were not American. They had Department of Homeland Security uniforms, but they were Eastern European, and they assumed Russian. They appeared and they spoke in the way of Russian. Now, these are people that are controlling those armored vehicles that are Russian. What are they doing as part of Homeland Security? Then the person also told me that up in Gatlinburg, there is right there at the Smoky Mountains, people are being stopped and questioned by Homeland Security, and that it is being reported, many people have reported that they are Russian. The Homeland Security, the people that are stopping them and questioning are Russian. Now, I understand this person that's told me this is someone who tells the truth. This isn't someone to make some...
Once it's a coincidence. Twice is kind of strange. But three things kind of linked together. There's no coincidence about that whatsoever. My mama told me things like, you know, use your common sense. You see something too much, you see something that you're like, this doesn't seem right because you're seeing it too often, there's probably something wrong there. Russian truck drivers disappearing a year after they come and a bunch of Russians train for a mass event, you know, whether it's martial law or natural disaster. And then you know what? Now we find them stopping people, hauling around freaking APCs on trailers and stuff. Yeah, that's a coincidence, alright. That's the darndest, weirdest, luckiest coincidence I've ever seen in my life. That kind of coincidence will land you inside one of these big black coffins that there's fields of in several locations around the United States. The casket line, as they call them, family size, big enough for you and yours, you know? So it's cozy. So if you want to believe in coincidence and say, never happened here, this is America, have a nice rest. Permanently.